Virtual meetings can be painful. Sometimes you have to wear a headset and it's really uncomfortable, or you're in a situation where you need to take notes, but you have to participate in the meeting at the same time. Well, Nearity has a solution for that. So the Nearity MemPod Pro 2S is an open ear, lightweight, AI powered Bluetooth headset that's designed for productivity, note taking, and transcription. So I must say that Nearity sent me this headset for review. They have no bearing over my thoughts and opinions. They're all my own. So in this video, we're going to take a close look at what comes in the box. Then we'll take an even closer look at the headset itself. After that, we'll look at the features and specifications, and then we'll test all of that out. And at the end of that, we'll give our pros and cons list and talk about who is this good for. So with all that being said, let's get to it. So let's talk about what you get in the box with the Nearity MemPod. Now inside the box is very simple because you don't need a lot to get this up and running. First thing they give you here is a USB-C cable. So it's just a plain USB-C cable. So this is the USB-A Bluetooth dongle. So this dongle fits right inside your computer, and that way you can use the headset with your computer, PC, or whatever you're on, Mac, all of this, it functions right off this. Finally, you get the headset itself. It has a open ear design, and if you look, there is no things that fit inside your ear canals. It just fits on the outside of your ear. And there is a boom mic on the front that can be stored away by just rolling it back or forward. So the headset has an open neckband design, so it doesn't go across the top of your head. It simply fits around the back and slides right over your ears, just like that. There are built-in controls right on the underside of the headset, and it's very simple. So here, if you look, they just have basic volume up and down and the power button right there. So the boom mic also has a switch that can activate the transcription and the mute buttons, and it's right there, so easy to press to get things started. And finally, of course, it comes with a quick start guide and an instruction manual. So let's take a closer look at the MemPod Pro 2S. It has an open ear design, much different than a lot of the earbuds you get. So if we look closer at this, you will see that there are two speakers, so one there and then there's one on the bottom to feed directly into your ear, where it's easier to hear and you have more comfort. And the MemPod only weighs 31 grams. You know what else weighs 31 grams? This, look. Yeah, AA battery. AA batteries weigh about 31 grams. So it's not very heavy at all. Easy to wear all day. And speaking of batteries, the MemPod can last for 15 hours if you're listening to music, 12 hours if you're talking. And it only takes 2 hours to fully charge from zero. Well, the MemPod connects to a variety of devices via Bluetooth. It can connect to your phone, your PC, tablet. It connects to all of that, even MacBooks. And along with Bluetooth 5.3, the MemPod also has multi-point connections. So this can be connected to your computer and your phone at the same time. The MemPod has onboard storage. So when you start recording and it's not connected to your computer or the app, it records, but you have to use the app to retrieve that recording. The MemPod Pro 2S has dual ENC omnidirectional microphones. So just for a minute, let me explain what ENC means. You've probably heard of ANC, active noise cancellation, but ENC is environmental noise cancellation, and they serve two different purposes. ANC is for the listener, like when you're listening to music, things like that, it blocks out the sound and it makes it so you can hear what you're listening to better. But ENC is a little bit different. It's made to allow the voice to come through more clear, and that's where this shines. So it has a microphone that's made for voices. So let's talk about the multi-point connectivity. And what it does is allow the MemPod Pro 2S to connect to two sources at the same time. So let's say, for instance, you're connected to your computer and you're doing a meeting or listening to music, and your phone rings. Well, you're able just to answer your phone and use the MemPod to talk. It seamlessly switches between the two without having to go into settings and disconnect and reconnect and do this and that. So the MemPod has Bluetooth 5.3. That means that it can connect to a variety of devices and do it seamlessly. It is compatible with iOS, Android, Mac, PC, Windows, like whatever it is, it can connect to it. You can use the dongle or you can use the Bluetooth itself to connect to your device. Now, the star of this show is the AI note-taking and summarization features. All right, so real quick, this is how it works. You press the button to record, the headset captures the high quality audio, and the Nearify app transcribes and summarizes all of the conversation, the notes, and things that you speak into it. So the MemPod Pro 2S has a companion app called Nearify. Now, the purpose of this app is to, one, allow you to enable live recording, and you can record your phone calls on this. And it's the main way that you interface with the headset to access your recordings and to do all of the transcription. So let's take a look at it. So if you would like to just record a conversation or record some notes or something, you click live record and it does that. The call record, again, when you're in calls or in meetings or anything like that, you use that to record the call, and it records to the device as in your phone instead of the headset. So I'll go ahead and tap live record. So it loads right into the system. Okay. And it tells you the remaining transcription time left. So let me put on the headset so you can see. Okay, so you have remaining transcription time left, and you can see that I have 455 minutes. And it is transcribing as I speak into the microphone. And here I have the transcript, and it shows everything that I just said. And you can replay that as often as you like. You can also manage what you're doing with your recordings. But when you download them, it deletes them from the device and moves them to your phone. So now I have the MemPod connected to my computer. I am also internally recording the audio for transcription, so we can test that also. So what I have done, I have my Osmo Pocket 3 recording the video, MemPod recording the audio, and everything is fed through OBS. So now I have right behind this, maybe about 5 feet, is my portable air conditioning unit. It's on and everything is running. To my left, about 4 feet, is an oscillating fan to kind of push the air around. Also have a ceiling fan up above. So I'm here, and this is like a normal situation where someone who is doing virtual meetings at home or something like that would be using that, and they would have electronics and fans and things going. And we want to see how the noise cancellation works. Let's talk about some of the pros and cons of the Nearity MemPod Pro 2S. So this is what I recognize now. We have to look at this for what it is. This is not a set of Beats headphones. They're not earbuds. They're not meant for music, although they can play music. So we need to look at the pros and cons in relation to what this is. This is a headset meant for professional applications. I'm not going to go listening to the top 20 hits all day on this. But what I am doing is having Zoom meetings. I'm doing virtual presentations and things like that on here. So with that being said, let's look at this like it is what it is. Now, the noise cancellation, I'm going to talk about that first. It works very, very well. I was unable to hear some of the loudest things when I checked the recording. So I was outside by the air compressing unit outside of my house and recorded. When I was out there, a train passed by the background. There were like crickets going and birds chirping, all of these things, and you couldn't hear anything. I tried it on the computer in here. I had inside air conditioning on, fan, door open with family out there, and you couldn't hear anything in the background. You can only hear my voice. Also, the size and weight of this is, to me, that's a pro, because you can wear it all day. I mean, for me, I've intentionally wore it all day, like for hours at a time. And I even forgot I had it on because it's really light. It just hangs on the cup of your ear and it just sits there. Unlike earbuds that stick in your ear, it gets uncomfortable. And some people, like my wife, is like, she can't use earbuds because the holes in her ears are like too small, so nothing ever fits right, and they always fall out. I don't really like that either. But this, when it sits on the outside of your ear right there, that is a pro. The size and weight is a pro. They say it weighs 31 grams. I got a scale and measured it. It weighs 31 grams on the dot. So that's not a lot of weight. So you can wear that all day. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been in long meetings before where you've had to wear a headset and things start to hurt around the back of your ear and on the side, especially if you're using earbuds, and that's not cool. Or if you have like, full size headphones like this that fit over your ear, it gets hot under there and that is uncomfortable. So this solves both problems. So I like that. And that leads me to the other thing that I like about this is the onboard recording. So you don't have to connect to an app, a phone, or anything. You just hit the button and it will record everything. And when you reconnect to the app and the phone, then you can download, transcribe, summarize, whatever you need to do. I'm not sure about how much storage this is, but I will tell you I've recorded maybe about a good 30 minutes worth of footage on here. And I'm only like, a couple of percent. So it can house everything and you can manage all of your recordings through the app. So the multi-point connection is a pro for me. I like that. So it can connect to my computer and my phone at the same time. So let's say if I'm doing something on the computer and I'm listening to it with the headset, or I'm in a meeting and my phone rings, I can just answer the phone and it goes like right there. So I don't have to like disconnect from here and then reconnect over here and miss my call. It seamlessly transfers between the two. Or let's say if you are listening to music on your computer and you have this on and then your phone rings, it transitions right over. Perfect. I think that the speakers are a pro for me. And the reason is not what you think it is. I've watched other reviewers talk about this and they talk about, well, it doesn't have that much bass and it doesn't get this loud and that, but these are not earbuds. They have a product for that. They have a product that's more like earbuds, but this sits right on the outside of your ear. That's why you can wear it all day, because it has these two speakers that fires into your ear and down on the bottom cup that funnels right into the ear so you can hear it. I like this. And you still can hear the outside ambient noises when you wear this. The app itself is a pro for me. It's streamlined. It's not too busy and complicated, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. You can trigger live recording or call recording using the app, and it does it seamlessly, like right away. The AI features are really good through the app. I found that the summary actually is pretty accurate. So what I did is I had a conversation with Perplexity. So Perplexity AI, I asked it about what content creators see as their sticking points and issues. So I used the voice feature and we talked about it for about 8 minutes and I recorded the whole thing. And once I was done, it gave me a summary of everything that we said. And it was pretty accurate. It was actually really accurate. The transcription was accurate. I wouldn't say like 100% accurate, but I'll probably give it a good 90% accurate. But if you need to go in and change things, I mean, you can copy the transcript and go and change it if you have to, because it has features for copying transcripts, copying the audio, transferring the audio. So they have a lot of things for that. The AI features, they give you 480 minutes per month. That's like 6 hours worth of, oh no, 8 hours. That's 8 hours worth of time of transcription free every month. If you're transcribing in English or Chinese. If you're doing any other languages, of course, that drops to 60 minutes because it requires more. But that much time, I don't know who needs to take that much notes or to transcribe that many things for 8 hours a month. That's a lot. So I think it's a lot to get by with just for free. But if you need more, you can purchase more time to use. And I like that part. And I also found, and this is a pro that I really like. So when you are recording a call or just anything, it knows when to stop recording. So I not sure about the length of time. I have to test that and see. But when you stop talking, then after a while, you'll hear it say recording stopped. And when I connected it to my computer and I was recording through OBS, when I shut OBS down, it automatically stopped recording. I think that could save battery life and your transcription minutes, because they could easily go ahead and let it run and you just have to pay for that time. But I think that's a really good thing. All right, so let's talk about some of the cons, because nothing is perfect. I know I listed a lot of pros, but there are some things to talk about. And again, you have to keep in mind what we are looking at. This is a headset. This is a headset. It's not a wireless mic. It's not a set of expensive earbuds. This is a headset that's meant for transcription, voice recording, taking notes, things like that. So one thing that I noticed when I went back and listened to the recordings, yes, the noise cancellation was good. Yes, it cut out the background noise, but the quality of the audio, now, let me explain myself here. The quality of the audio was good in terms of being able to clearly hear. And it actually sounded like a phone call to me. But it's not like a wireless mic, and it didn't have that character that sound usually has. I'm saying it's a con, but it's not really, because like I said, this is not a wireless mic, so it shouldn't even sound like that. But for the purpose it was created for, it works. The boom arm was a pro and a con, because, and I guess this fits more in the pro, but I'll tell you what happened. So I had the headset on and I was wearing it because I wanted to just get the comfort. So I had it on for hours that day, and I just had it on, and my wife gave me a call and I just answered it through the phone. So she said, "Why do you sound like you're distant and far away?" And what I didn't do is I didn't flip this back to the front so it can pick up my voice. So you would forget to do that sometimes. So maybe they can build some microphones into the earpieces, but I don't know. I mean, overall, I'm fine with that. So who is this for? So if you're doing dictation, taking notes, summarizing, online meetings, phone calls, this is perfect. And that would be for you. If you are a professional who does virtual presentations, have virtual meetings, things like that, this is for you. Or if you like a person who's writing a book, like an author who needs to transcribe notes and things, this is for you. If you need to record your phone calls for like professional purposes, like not to be sneaky and stuff, but if you want to do that, this is for you. So don't expect to have like regular earbuds and things like that, because this is not that. So do I recommend this? Do I recommend the MemPod Pro 2S? And for me, it depends on what you're looking for. This is a professional device. This is for professionals. If you are one of those people who are into productivity and need this for your professional life, to make your phone calls sound clean and clear, to take notes and jot down things as you're going, virtual meetings, if you do any of those things, yes, I recommend it. The transcription per month is worth it. I mean, 480 minutes is a lot of time, a whole lot. So it's definitely worth it for that aspect. So if you're using it for note taking and transcription, oh yeah, you can't get better than this. Call quality is top notch. I mean, you can clearly hear the person. You can clearly do all of the things. It comes through everything it says it's going to do. I have to recommend it if you're one of those people that I named. The pros of this product far outweighs the cons. I had to like dig and find things to have like a negative thing about it, to say something that wasn't good. So if you're interested in the MemPod Pro 2S, I have a link down below for you to purchase. And as always, I love y'all. God love you too. And have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye.